if you are creating value, your helper starts seeing you as a helper.
If you are creating value,
yes,
your helper
starts
seeing you as a helper.
And then he has heard me speak. One night he called me. He said, we need to talk. He said, what do you do? Cybersecurity. Was like, you are my man, because he was around 2008 to 2009. He was into cybersecurity. He worked, like I said, he worked for Microsoft at that time. You know what I'm saying? Even yesterday when we had a meeting, he said something. He said, Fidelis, I'm too busy to be checking all of these things. Take charge and give me results. If I need to put 100 million naira in an account and make it accessible for you, and you can do this thing for me, I will not. I just make sure you get it done.
Welcome to the very first edition of Stephen EO podcast, and I have somebody here with me. This is somebody I know very well, and looking at how this person started, as at 2021, this guy, should I say, was nothing to write home about. But looking at him today, he has built some stuff, even a trading platform about crypto. He's going to talk about all of those things. Looking at his transformation, the things he's doing today, I am really, really surprised. So I brought him here so that he's going to use his own experience to educate our mind, so that we can also become like him or better than him. So welcome with me, my friend, Mr. Fidelis. Mr. Fidelis, how are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
All right, thank you for coming to Stephen EO podcast.
I really appreciate bringing me down here.
We are very, very happy to see you today. And I want you to, first of all, you can introduce yourself so that our audience will know you.
My name is Fidelis Precious. I'm a tech person. I'm into cybersecurity and also a YouTuber. And by the grace of God, I am the co-founder of Invexa, a quant analysis market platform that helps analyze the market and then gives traders the feedback. It helps them to manage their risk in the market, or probably help them not to even make any loss at all in the market. So that's what we do at Invexa.
All right. That's very, very interesting. Like I said, I know you very well. As at 2021, there was a time where I would just be raw. You didn't know how to iron your shirts. Even sometimes I will be calling you farmer. But looking at the things you have built today, the things you are doing, I won't lie. Sometimes even when I look at your status, I'm like, wow, is this really Fidelis? So what really happened from that 2021 till now? What did you do? Because you didn't just, get here, by mistake. There's something you did. So what happened along the line?
I'm not going to lie. It has not been easy. It's not easy. I don't even know where to start from. But I will just start from the part whereby I had to talk to myself. I will just say this thing. Anybody that asks me how did I get to where I am today, or what has kept me going, is very simple. If hunger beats you, nobody will tell you where to work and how to work. Being that I came from a family that is not all that privileged, of course, if I did not do it myself, nobody will do it. So I'm going to, take a backtrack to when we were roommates while we were in school.
Yes.
We were roommates. So you know me very well. And how I was working at the same time, schooling at the same time.
Teacher.
Do you need to mention that? Yeah, he was correct. I was a teacher then. So I was teaching part-time in school and still going to school at that time. And it was not easy. Sometimes I have to go to school first before I go to work. Sometimes I have to go to work for it. It's just a lot. So, but how did I navigate it from that time to where I am now? The only thing I can just say is, first of all, I credit it to God first, and then secondly, to determination and hard work, and then vision. So while I was still working at that time, of course, that I do teach then. So, I didn't know I had enough value to give. Then I was just working for survival because I needed to eat. If I don't work, if I don't work, I would not eat. So I needed to pay my school fees. I needed to pay bills that time. So that was the reason why I was working. I was working for survival at that time. But I just noticed that there is a way people placed me that I find myself, I was struggling at that radar. For example, the first school I taught while I was in higher institution, the proprietress there, One day she called me to the office. That's about 2 weeks after she employed me. We agreed on a particular amount of money. And then I noticed that she was always around when I was teaching in the classroom. And I taught from GSS class to SS class, but majorly I was in the SS class. So, but she noticed that the way this student gave me rapt attention, and mind you, these people were far, far older than I am. People that were sitting were far, far older than I am. So, but she noticed how the class is always calm whenever I'm there, and then they're always relating. And then she also noticed that whenever I come to school that time, there was always people that's always around me, take your bag and dress for them. The students always want me to speak to them in assembly. So I really didn't know what was happening. So she called me to her office and sat me down and said, do you know that you have a lot to offer if you pay attention to it?
Wow.
I said, I don't understand, ma. She said that, do you know that your words are very seasoned?
Wow.
I was like, I don't understand. She said, your words are very seasoned. Anybody that hears you speak wants to listen. They will be compelled to listen. Or haven't you noticed it? I said, no. She said, if you take public speaking or you take motivational speaking, for example, as a career, you will do well. Because even she herself, she always wants to be around whenever I'm speaking about moral talks in the class. So I was like, that was when I became aware. And then she moved my salary, even though it was 30% above what she agreed to pay. So that was the motivation and the drive I needed. I started paying attention to what, to all of those things, right? Then on the part of the students, I also noticed that the stubborn, if other teachers are in that same class, the way they play around and the way they joke with each other, but when I'm there, they're calm. I was the only teacher that did not use cane on them.
Wow.
I never touched them for once. So they loved me. I remember then they will always say, I want to come to your house. I want to come to your house. I just love you. I just love you. And I'm talking both female and male. It became that these people became so obsessed to me. There was a day I mistakenly leaked my phone number, and then all of them just started chatting me on WhatsApp and, calling me and like, thank you for, So I really did not understand at that time. But when it struck me was when my agreement and the agreement of the school actually collapsed. They were not taking my term, and I was not agreeing their term. So we are having clash. So I had to resign. And when I resigned, I thought maybe it's another thing. I will find a job somewhere else. About 2 days later, I just came online that evening and they were like, my WhatsApp was filled with calls from students, with chats. Why are we not seeing you? We will drop out we will leave this school if you do not come back. If you leave this school, it was too much. I thought it was a joke until the woman picked the phone to call me and said that, please come back. This student went to report to their parents that there's a particular favorite teacher that they love, that Big Mommy has chased the teacher away, that I should please come back, that she's ready to do my bidding again. I was like, wow. But at that time, I have a policy that when I leave a place, I will never come back there again. That's one thing about me. I always say, you will never value your well until your well run dry. So I insisted that I was not going to go back to that place. And I heard that over 15 or 20 students dropped out because of that thing. They were asking me, what is the new school? Which new school are you going to teach? Are you going to teach? Are you going to teach? But then I had the fear of God. I didn't want to tell them this was the school because I knew they would definitely come and register there. So I entered another school again. The same scenario that happened in that old school happened in the new school. Students were all over me.
Wow.
And I didn't just know what happened. So I became self-aware that, wait, so there is something inside me that I am not grooming yet. Do you get what I'm saying now? But then after that, after I thought, I had the passion for teaching that time, but then the pay was so small. You know me that time now. The pay was really, really small and I could not, cope with it. So I had to, quit teaching. I called my mom. I said, Mom, I'm quitting teaching. I'm quitting this work and I'm going to face something else. She was like, what do you learn? What do you want to do in school? Hunger will kill you. What skill do you learn? I was like, Mom, remember that I learned piano. I will groom it, don't worry. So that was how hunger, the money I saved about 60,000. I thought I was a big man that time, that the money will not finish. So I started seeing the money reducing, till it got to 5,000. I saw 5,000 in my account. I got up, I went to the church that I was worshiping that time in that school environment. I just took their piano out and I just started, playing the piano. after I did the first day, I did the second. I started for like a month. I'll watch YouTube video and come to church to come and practice it. I'll watch YouTube. Do you know there was a time that they had to tell the pastor that I was coming. The pastor had to seize the piano, hide it somewhere. At that time, what I would do, I left that church. I will not be going to that place that he hid it that time and hide. I would beg the children because where he kept it, the parents are not always around. So it's the children that I would give the children 100 naira, 200 naira to play. And say, don't tell anybody. So that's what I was doing. And the way I was doing that, I was also telling them that I would give them before and say, record me while I play. So I just, one day I was just lying down. Somebody just said, post this thing online. And then I just posted one of the clip online. And I slept. When I woke up in the morning, 1,000 views.
Wow.
2,000 views. In a month, it went to 1 million views.
Wow.
And before my it was in a week, I got almost 30,000 followers in a week.
Wow.
And then I had a lot of people on my DM. Teach me, 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 teach me. We are ready to pay, we are ready to pay, we are ready to pay. I was like, so they can teach online. They said yes. So I just selected the ones that I can teach. I even opened the class that time. We were about 180 something there. The price that time was 5,000 per month. And everybody was paying and renewing. Do you get what I'm saying now? So after that, I started, I was like, I can actually build a career in this. And then God started helping me there. I started seeing small money and the rest of that was how I was able to sort some of my bills and the rest of it. But still in that piano, one thing I would beg you is that when you have value, please don't settle down with mediocre. Don't settle down with people that don't know your value. Then I was begging people to pay 5,000 for a month to learn piano. I was just in church one day. We just finished fellowship. Of course, you know that I served in the fellowship as general secretary in the fellowship. MFM Campus Fellowship to be precise. So we just finished service that day. And I just received a call from Facebook. It was a missed call. So I saw the number. I was like, who is this person? He locked his profile. I could not check the picture. So later I called him back. He said, oh, so sorry. I'm so sorry for the way he was telling me, sir, I'm so sorry for disturbing. I was like, When we talk, he was like, I saw what you played. I love how you played. Please, can you teach my children? I was like, where are they? He said, just forget where are they. Anywhere in the world, I can teach them. So he now asked me, how much is your price? I first stayed for like 15 minutes. I could not talk. He was like, talk to me. Network, hello. I was thought maybe it's network, hello. I was just thinking. I was browsing online that how much should I charge?
Yeah, so you go and
so I
charge
won't
less.
charge. I said, 15,000 naira. He said, I can't pay you that amount you are calling. I know the value that you have. I have 2 kids. I'm going to pay you 50,000 naira for each of them. I'm going to pay you 100,000 naira for those 2 children in a month. And I'll be responsible for your data money.
Wow.
So he was subbing me. I could remember that time he was subbing me about 20,000 a monthly and was still paying me 100,000 naira.
Wow.
To teach his children.
So that kind of exploded your
That
mind.
exploded my mind. Make more from this. I can make from it. He did not stop there because he was a pastor. He now went to the church. I think maybe he announced it that there's we don't have piano in our church. It was later I knew that this man was in Netherlands.
Not in Nigeria.
It was later I know that it was in the video call that the way they used to wear their. I was like, where are you, sir? He said, I'm in the Netherlands. He went to church. He even showed me a video where he went to church to announce that, okay, if you want to learn piano, he has seen his brother is in Nigeria, blah, blah, blah. And that was how he brought about 5 people to register again. And guess what? He told them 100,000 naira per month, and they were paying.
Wow.
So that was that. Those kind of exposure really, really expanded my mind that I really had a lot to offer, but I was not seeing it. And then he was always calling me. Most times he stood as a father figure. Then he also introduced me to his wife, and then they were helping to reshape my mind that if you have value to offer, please don't because you're in Nigeria, don't behave like a bush boy.
Wow.
You are good. We have seen your works out there. So charge well. Well. So that kind of helped me, right? But then people might be, there was a time I posted on my status that I was doing an anonymous one that was posted, and people were asking me that, why did you stop playing piano? We knew you from piano.
Yes.
Most of the contacts I had, we knew you from piano. Why did you just stop playing piano?
Yeah, because I can remember there were times, you started from the teaching.
Yeah.
Then you started doing piano. I remember there was a time you played for Ebuka songs.
Yeah, yes.
You played for Ebuka songs. And also, from music, then you transited into, tech, video editing.
Yeah.
And I was like, can't you just stay in one? And I remember again, you started talking about cybersecurity. So can you just, give us the breakdown how you moved into transition into all of this?
Okay, me being exposed to those popular people you mentioned,
Yeah.
right, actually gave me the mind shift that I actually needed.
Yeah.
I also played for GUC, even though I begged. I used through his pianist, Effion Keys, that time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Effion Keys should be at Switzerland now, currently. Like, he left Nigeria. But that time it was Effion King that was playing for GUC then. So that time, Effion King, I saw Effion Keys commented on my video that time. And I was like, I checked, I was like, I was seeing him and GUC, and I quickly meet and said, Baba. So he now told me that he was, I don't know what's the name of this place. Trem. I don't know if you know Trem. I
Church.
don't know where
Yeah.
that I've forgotten the location. So he told me that they were having juice was coming to Trem at that time. So I borrowed transport set from my mom, and I ran to Trem. So when I came, I did not stay in the congregation. I stayed. Of course, you will see if they have guest missile, you see that there is a plate that they will make sure that guest missile will pass, not the regular place. I went to stay there. When people ask me, I told them I'm done playing for GUC. They said, "Oh, wow, you came early." So when GUC came, that was the audacity I had. When GUC came around, I was just like, I said, "Yes, sir." I was just an attache, and thank God the person I gave that answer was not there. So I just followed them. So I now told Effion Keys, it's me, Fidelis. And I said, Fidelis, oh, my guy. That was it. Oh, I beg myself, even if it's 1 minute, I'll value it. Even if it's 1 minute, I'll value it. So I made sure I gave someone I borrowed someone phone. I said, help me video me this moment. Video GUC, video me. So that was how I posted that one. That one, boom, went viral again as well. If my bio now put played for, it was a flex, it was a flex. So how I met Ebuka Song was I went for a program at Ogudu at that time. Ebuka Song actually came around, and after that, Ebuka Song is very anointed.
Yes.
So whenever he's ministering, it takes the grace of God for the drummer and the pianist not to fly off that thing. So the pianist fell under the anointing.
Wow.
He was like, "Do we have a keyboardist here?" That clip is still online till today. I will never forget September 2022. That clip is still online. He was like, "Is there any keyboardist here? Is there any pianist? Please come to the." And I rush went and I played where he now came and said, you played where, collect my number. Just I say, Baba, put me on. So that time I would go for rehearsals and everything, and I became one. Me and Jeremiah had to start playing with Ebuka songs, just of them. So it was there. Ebuka song was meeting. Then God was already helping him. He was meeting people, and God was expanding his course and the rest of them. So I just spoke to myself like, this guy is achieving his dream. How about mine? Because I knew that I was not just meant to be the backstage guy, to be the guy that was not to be seen. I also have a lot of things for people to see out there. Then what now broke the camel's back was when God helped him to meet Moses Bliss and everything, and then he called us and told us that, you know what, he's leaving for Abuja.
Well, he left Lagos for Abuja.
Yes, he left Lagos. He's currently based in Abuja right now.
Yeah.
So he left Lagos to Abuja, and that was how everything splitted up. And so if you check, you even see that Jeremiah himself is no longer playing for him again, like, because Jeremiah is in school and the rest of them. So that thing shook me up that, so I'm not having a beef with Ebuka Song.
Yeah.
Let me just put it out there. But what I just learned was that he was no longer in our level at that time. So I had to talk to myself that, no, you know what, I'm done with this thing. I have to build myself. And then another thing was that, I just felt that fame. That time was I having a fame? Yes. Was I having recognition? Yes. But I was very broke. I was really very broke. It was that bad that I used to use nose mask to go out that time, so that people that know me will not see me trekking.
Wow.
Because it became that bad that whenever I go for administration, right, and then even though I was not really a faceless person that time, but then something I put my face, but people will still recognize you. That you look like Fidelis. Sometimes I would deny that would be me, because of the kind of dress I put on and the rest of them.
Yeah, like a farmer then.
Yes, but some of them will be like, we know you have Fidelis, they fire, come and play. So I had that recognition, but I was broke. I was not really happy with myself. So I remember I was still teaching these people that were
Yeah.
abroad piano. So one day I met, because the woman became my foster mom. She was someone I relied on.
Yeah.
So I chatted her one day and I told her, you know what, I want to make a transition. She encouraged me that yes, it's good, and she suggested cybersecurity for me.
Wow.
She suggested it for me, things that were working there. And then so I told her, you know what, I'm not going to collecting any money from you people again. Just be helping me to keep it. So they had a Nigerian account, so they were keeping the money. So she sent me, whenever she credits the account, I
She
would
will
see
show
the.
you.
So I did that for 6 months. One guy almost killed me while I was saving. After I collected the money, I collected about, almost 3 million. And that's what I collected after.
Wow.
So I used to buy my laptop, I used to buy my system, use it to register cybersecurity, used to buy courses and rest
Wow.
of them. So that was how I used to, from cybersecurity. From cybersecurity, of course, I started seeing video editing. I started doing video editing and rest of them. Yeah. So of course, I've already edited a movie before.
Yeah.
So that was how I, we are still growing till now. Video editing actually brought me close to my current co-founder. That he currently works for Microsoft, but now he's currently abroad, in Canada.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that was how you met this your co-founder. Then
Yes.
you guys built this. I
Yes.
don't know if is it an app. Is it stock trading
Well,
platform?
we are moving towards being an app, right?
Okay.
But now we are still a platform. When I mean platform, it's still a Telegram channel that we drop daily update there. For example, now I do tell people that this, if you know better, if you use Invexa, you will not really invest in some stock or some crypto that you needed to, because obviously Invexa have had over 90% accuracy rate.
Accuracy.
Yes. If we tell you don't buy Tron or don't buy a particular thing, it mostly was going to
Yeah,
work.
that,
Yes.
that is to say, is it gives you like an analysis,
Yes,
right?
it analyzes the market. Yeah.
Analyzes the
Yeah.
market and tell you
Yes.
the kind of
Then you
stock
stop.
or coins
Yes,
to
to
buy.
buy. Yes.
So that's really, really impressive.
Yeah.
Looking at all of these things, where really struck me was where you said you gave this woman, you told her to save your money for you.
Yes.
Then at some point you were able to gather some things.
Yes.
Then you didn't just spend the money you got on, unnecessary things. You invested
Into
that
myself.
money,
Yeah.
right? You bought some equipment. And I remember there was a time you told me, that you bought a course, not to train you on a skill, but it was a self-development course.
Yes.
I don't know, you told me you spent
Yes, I did.
some amount of
Yes,
money
Olumide
then.
Emmanuel. Pastor
Yes,
Olumide
Pastor
Emmanuel.
Olumide Emmanuel.
Yes.
I remember you
Yes.
told me about that then.
Yeah.
So at that time, the amount of money you spent, I don't know if you spent more, but there was a time you told me you spent 50,000 naira.
I spent a lot of money on
So
courses,
I was
teaching
like,
equipment.
wow. Like I was looking at you then. I was saying, Fidelis, you are spending, in my mind, you are spending this so amount of money, to develop yourself. So I started thinking, this boy is building himself. This boy is investing in knowledge.
Yeah.
So I was really, really happy then. So what really gave you that confidence to spend that kind of money? Not to train on a skill, but to learn from somebody, to develop yourself, the way you behave, to move from being a farmer to the person you are today. So what gave you that clarity to, make you invest in knowledge to develop yourself rather than buying fine clothes or buying some, things that you didn't need at that time?
Well, Apostle Joshua Selman said something that if you want to get to the table of greatness, there are two doors. Either through the door of need or through the door of value. Both of them will take you to the door of greatness, will take you to the table of greatness. You get, but one will keep you there to sit with kings.
Wow. You said
yes,
the table of need,
the table of greatness, but the door. Okay, I'm going to come again.
No, you said something about, two ways.
Yes, two doors. There are two. Okay, I'm going to come again.
Need and value.
Yes, need and value. Yes. So he then emphasized that one particular door will just bring you there and you will not last long. But another door will keep you there for a long time, which is value. Which is, if you might be confused, I can explain a bit of what that.
You can explain so that we all learn.
Of course. So the door of need, for example, now let's just give an example. For example, now if you work with great people, for example, now let's say you are an employer, so you are an employee working for your boss, right? And then your boss has whenever he has a problem, you know, how am I going to explain? Okay, let me not use that example. Let's say, for example, now you work in an office now, and then what's your work? Your work is just to come to the office and then just, just do your job. And one day he calls you and tell you that, okay, I want you to help me do so and so, and then you do it very, very well, right? Then I believe that over time, they begin to see value in you. It will get to that point that they will not do anything without you being involved. It happens in most offices. That was when it occurred to me that, okay, we were a lot of people that were paying at that particular amount of money, but that woman in that first school I taught actually called me to increase mine. Because if you are creating value, you are not just collecting salary. If you are creating value, your helper starts seeing you as a helper.
If you are creating value,
yes,
your helper starts seeing you as a helper,
as mate.
Yes.
I will still give an example of this one. My current boss that I work with, it was video editing that brought us together. But I went beyond being a video editor to him, to being his partner now.
Okay, you are saying, you are as a video editor.
Yes.
He reached out to you, you worked with him,
Yes.
edited videos for him.
Yes.
Then from there, he moved from being a video editor to becoming a co-founder.
Yes.
Started having relationship with you because of the value he saw in you.
Yes.
Wow.
So what I was doing that time was that I looked at the other editors he had before. I look at their flaws, and I was like, they're not doing this thing right. So I will go back to him and say, sir, the reason why this video did not perform is because of this. Let me correct this. And whenever I correct it, it works. So I've done it like 2 to 3 times, and that it did not stop there. So I went to his Instagram page and started. I was not saying I was stalking him, but I started watching some of the videos that he was making in his Instagram page and then the one that I was not clear, I will go back to him and ask him, sir, please, how did you get to this? How do you do this? Because he was also a person of value as well. So he saw that this guy is hungry for something.
Yes.
And then he has heard me speak. One night he called me. He said, we need to talk. He said, what do you do? Cybersecurity. Was like, you are my man, because he was around 2008 to 2009. He was into cybersecurity. He worked, like I said, he worked for Microsoft at that time.
As a cybersecurity?
Yes.
Wow.
So immediately I mentioned cybersecurity, he now asked me some questions. He was like, you are learned on this thing. Or yeah, test one of my platform or this. I did it where I was like, oh. So since then, he started relating with me, not on employee level. The way he used to talk to me then, and when he knew that I was someone, changed over time. He started sharing things. He started even sharing some of his losses with me. He also shared one of it with me. He said he told me one of this story that him and Akin Alabi, I don't know if you know Akin Alabi, right? The owner of
the former owner of Bets,
Niger Bets.
Yeah.
So he told me about how him and Akin Labi met him and okay, let's pull out of this tech place that we are, and then let's go and build a betting platform and rest of it. As far back 2009, 2010. He refused. He said no, he don't want to take that kind of risk. Lose where they're paying him in dollars and go to for what? Why? But then look at what Akin Labi is worth right now because of that betting platform. When he sold it, you know how much he sold it that big that he don't need to work for the rest of his life again. He's currently in the house of rep. So he told me a lot of stories that were inspiring and his life. In fact, we started talking, and from there, one day he just called me and said, what can you think of? What is your dream? What can you think of? I brought about 7 ideas. He rejected everything. It was the 8th one that was in Vexa that he accepted and said, this is good. You know what I'm saying? Even yesterday when we had a meeting, he said something. He said, Fidelis, I'm too busy to be checking all of these things. Take charge and give me results. If I need to put 100 million naira in an account and make it accessible for you, and you can do this thing for me, I will not. I just make sure you get it done. So for someone to entrust me with such kind of, it means that I have to tell myself that, of course, I'm definitely offering value, because big men will not have people that begs them a lot on their listen. Then that door of need is, that's why you will never see me beg anybody money. I'm not going to lie, by God's grace, I have a lot of powerful people on my contact.
But you begged before.
Of course, I beg I do beg. See, it's not easy for you to, someone that we went to school together, of course, whenever, of course, they are my inner guys, but you know those big people, that's just the truth. Not everybody, of course. Why would I not beg you? I will beg you now. So, but I'm talking those big people. There's some
Yeah.
certain people that you will meet that if you tell them they should give you 10,000, you've ruined their relationship.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Because one thing about big people, they have a lot of people that are requesting things
Yes.
from them.
Yes.
A lot of people are asking them, oh, sir, can you help me this? Can you help me that? But when they see somebody who is willing to offer
Yes.
value, their response toward that person is different because they see that you are not just willing to receive.
Yeah.
There is something you can also offer. So that's why anytime you see somebody who can be a blessing to you, don't look for how to get. Look for what to add.
Yes.
You see his case now. His own was not to get. It was offering value. And the boss could see that, oh, this guy, there's something beyond video editing. You understand? So that was why the boss valued him, gave him opportunity, and even entrusted him with funds, right, to do some things they are doing today with investors.
So that's the reason why when Burna Boy and Very Dark Man meet, it was pretty much obvious as yes, value brought VDM to Burna Boy, but of course it was obvious that Tokopi was a tag along, just like VDM was a tag along to Sime when they went to Davido's wedding. If not, he wouldn't have entered that place. So
okay, so you have really, really said a lot of things there, and I believe we are still learning. And I want to say something, on your part of self-development, right? So, what do you have to say about those people instead of them to build themselves, but they are just so concerned about crew. Even sometimes when you talk about self-development, it looks like something that what is this one even talking about? I'm gonna remove this one. Let's have feel of ourselves. What do you have to say to such people?
well, you can only force a horse to the water. You can't force it to drink. Because in my, I can never understand the reason why Erigugwa has less than 1 million followers on Instagram, and someone like this guy, you are healthy and strong. What's his name again, Seth?
Call him now.
What's the name of this guy again? You are 21. You are healthy and strong. Egungun of Lagos.
Okay.
Because obviously, if you will see that Egungun of Lagos is not. I don't just understand the value on that platform. Just shake your bum, turn around, shake your bum, and you'll be seeing millions of views. But someone like Egungun that is additional value.
Yeah.
You see that there's no much engagement. That's what I know.
Not that there is no engagement,
not that there's no
but
engagement,
you cannot compare him
it
to the one of the other.
You can't compare it to the one of the other.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying now? Good. So now bringing it to Nigeria and all of those things, I don't even think it's even Nigeria thing. I think it's our generation thing. Do you get what I'm saying? Even on YouTube as well. Tell story about love and watch it skyrocket. But tell story about legends. Tell stories about value. That video will not have views. But come online and drag the video or drag someone.
You've said all of these things now. And I also want to say something. You made mention of talk about love on YouTube.
Yes.
People will kind of pay much attention. There's something Bolaji Ogumola said, that filmmaker, an actress. She produced a movie on YouTube.
Yeah.
She posted something on Twitter, X, right? She said, some people they are saying, why is she, what she was, I'm just paraphrasing what she was saying. Why are we, people are saying, why is she always talking about love, producing love movies and all of those things? Then she now said, the audience that she have, they love, YouTube audience, they love love. They love love. They like watching love movies. Then she now said, she was not talking, to the people now. You all can go, if you reach your turn, you can go and do Jackie Chan movie. So this thing now is kind of pointing to, because I want to ask, why I'm saying this, I want to ask, is it that our celebrities, some of our celebrities, they are contributing to all of these things of people, just concerned about cruise? Now, she said, if you reach your turn, go and do Jackie Chan, Kara, those kind of movies. So she's simply saying those kind of movies might not really get the views. So is it that these people, they are just money driven and they are not value driven? Money driven, they just want to do something that, for the number, something that will give them, money. Yes, it's good, the part of money. And also, I'm not disputing the importance of entertainment in our current world, right? But what I'm simply saying, why is it that, these people, they pay attention to what people want to hear, something that will generate money for them? Money is important. They need to make money from what they are getting, from what they are making, right? But they are producing movies, love. They are doing it because that is what people want to watch. So it's not kind of giving them, the thinking, okay, let us try something else that will educate these people. It's just all about love. So they are not doing it because they want people to be better. They are doing it because this is what people love to watch, and that is what can give them money. So do you think our celebrities are, part of the issues, part of the people fueling this whole thing of people being so concerned about cruise? Do you think our celebrities, most of our celebrities, they are part of it?
Well, I'll put that thing as a question back to you.
Okay.
If you invest more than 500 million naira in a movie to produce a
Okay.
movie, and then people do not watch,
Okay.
and then you see someone that produce love movie and it sell out, which one will you do the next time when you want to do it?
Well, it depends on my values. It depends on what is driving me to make those
It
movies.
will take a lot of time. Let me just tell you the truth. You know, you will not be you will not be able to. One thing I've learned to do is that I've stopped. You know, I don't want to bash anybody, but I've stopped putting much hope on our generation, on my generation,
Why?
because my generation, if it's not cruise,
Mm.
they are not in for it. And then the essence of those celebrities and everybody's looking for money at the end of the day. You get what I'm saying now? So, and this is how life is structured, even marketing, even business. It is what the people want that you give them. How many people buy Agbo? How many people buy Pepsi? That is what you ask. So it's what people want to hear. You also see it in churches too as well. You know, when pastor is preaching what they want to hear. You get what I'm saying now? So it has just been, it is now a thing that it is only what people want to hear that you give them. Do you get what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
And then for the celebrities, whether they are concerned about money or not, everybody's concerned about money.
Okay.
Because if they're not concerned about money, I just want to know the rationale why almost all the whole celebrity are queuing behind the current administration, asking us to vote them again. You know, everybody's just looking for the money. You know, everybody's just looking for the money.
So that is the reason why, you are simply saying, producing something that will generate money because that's what people want.
Yes.
There is no problem
There's
with
no
it.
problem. There's no problem.
Okay,
with it.
I hear you. But I also want to say that there are some people, who are not really concerned. Okay, what about people who are not concerned about the money, but they are concerned about okay, for example, now you are the one who made mention of a Google. He said these are the kind of things he does, and the followership and engagement he gets on his post. Then you talk about Eric Gugwa also, right? And Eric Gugwa is still consistent doing what he is doing. So he's not saying he's getting engagement, but he's not getting much engagement compared to those guys. And that's how you said that's how, like, this current generation is structured.
Yeah.
So how about do you think there are still people who make movies that educate people, even though they don't really get much? They don't do what people want to watch. They do what is needed to make the society better. Then they create movies in that line. Do you think we still have more people that
Of course,
do
we
all of
have a
these
lot
things?
of them like that. There are a lot of them all over. If you go on YouTube, there are a lot of them that makes movies that educate.
Okay, so now all of this is based on, that's why when you asked me that question, right, the other time, I said it depends on what is driving me.
Yeah.
So the other people, they are not just in for the money, they
But
are in for the value they are to deliver.
The Eric Gugwa that, are you ready to wait that long? The Eric Gugwa we are using an example. Eric Gugwa has started content creating more than 12 years ago. More than 12 years ago. There was a time he did the throwback of, I was in both 2012.
Wow.
I was in 2015. How many people could stay that long? And then the reason why Eric Gugwa stayed that long was because of the content itself was not what Eric Gugwa was getting the money from. Eric Gugwa was already making money before the fame came. I think he have said it on his recent podcast. He have said it. Same thing with Kagan as well. So they are already making, it's two different. When you are making money already, and then it's easier for you to churn those things, whether view comes or not. But those people that their main focus, the reason why they came for this thing is money. They can't wait that long.
They can, if their conviction is not strong,
Yes.
their principles, they can, do
yes,
something that.
Yes.
Okay, so we don't spend much time here.
Okay.
I just want to ask, this is the last question I'll be asking you. since we have moved, talking about money and all of these things,
Yeah.
value, I also want to ask, some people, they are employees, ESB are employees. We have um, um, self-employed, we have business owners, we have investors. Now, there are some people, they are employees, right? They are working for people. And looking at you with your own experience, I want you to advise these people, because you started as a teacher, secondary school teacher. Then from there, you started you started doing video editing. Should I call that self-employed?
Yeah.
Then from there, I think now you have some people as a co-founder, you have people that are working for you.
Yeah.
So should I call you a business owner? You have people working for you.
Okay.
And also you are an investor, because I know some few things, investments you have done, right? So how can somebody transit from being an employee to becoming a self-employed, a business owner, and an investor? You can also use your experience to educate it. Though some people, they have different things they are doing, right? But you can also, from your own experience, educate these people. So how do you think they can transit from being an employee?
By all means, chase value. By all means,
Chase value.
chase value. That's all I can say. Listen, sometimes this transition that happens, sometimes they are not conscious transitions. It's growth. It is development. And I'll have to tell you for free that people that became what they are today were only just offering value. And then if you ask them how they transmuted from being an employee to being an employer to be an investor, some of them cannot even give a record. They just saw themselves growing. If you are a value giver, for God's sake, you will grow. Just imagine, let's assume that you are just like, you are a real estate coach. When you are offering value, big players in real estate will call you, and then they will pay you some good amount of money. And before you notice that you have started, you will now move from just being an external consultant to being an internal consultant. That's another business. So people will now, instead of you to going out sometimes, so of course you go out, that's one business. Then people come in again. So that's another form of. Then after that again, from you having your own internal consulting firm, you see yourself again investing in real estate as well.
Yeah, and again, citing all of the things you said earlier. The way you started as a teacher,
okay,
you learned video editing.
Yeah.
I think I even remember those times, the process and all of those things, video editing.
Yeah.
Then from there, you started working for some people. After learning video editing, you started working for some people. Then this man saw that, oh, this guy can do more than the video editing.
Yeah.
So you can see that he's talking about building value. When you have value, just that little thing you are doing, it can just become something global, right? It can become something global. And I believe he didn't really, maybe believe he would meet with somebody, that would see him not just as a video editor, but a co-founder that will entrust, funds to him, right? So it is very, very expedient that we build value. Thank you very much, Mr. Fidelis, for coming to our podcast, and we have learned a lot. And I believe our audience, this is not something you just keep to yourself. You also have to share it, with your friends, your loved ones, so that they can also benefit from this edition. I know you enjoyed that show, the experiences of Mr. Fidelis. We'll be having amazing guests like this every week, who will be educating us with their personal experience. And do well to subscribe to this channel, like this video, turn on your notification bell, to see, more videos when we bring them, because every week we'll be having videos here. And please, I want to know what you think about, the experience of Mr. Fidelis. Drop it in the comment section, and see you next week.